set, and they're off. Racing away, 6 furlongs in front of them for the events at Ascot Christmas Parties British EBF Restricted Novice Stakes, with the noseband Misinformation is just about the first one to show. From the 2 shades of blue of Western moving up into second place, more towards the inside is Our Papa Smurf. Then Ravensbourne ahead of O'Donnell's Orchard in those blue sleeves. More down the centre, Give It Up has certainly gone more prominent now. Havana Smoke a little wider from Give It Up. Then Cachatan in dark blue and pink. Ridden along towards the inside, Our Papa Smurf has now dropped out to last of all. Seax is still towards the back with Call Time and Just One More. They're racing towards the final 2.5 furlongs, and it's Misinformation who leads the way, a length or so to Western in second place. Then came Give It Up, who's ridden for more. O'Donnell's Orchard trying to move up into it. Ravensbourne is also under pressure. Seax is trying to thread his way through as they race now down towards the final furlong. Misinformation with a small lead from Seax and Ravensbourne, and then came Western wider out towards the final half. It's Misinformation finding plenty of Roisin Murphy from Western, and Seax, who's also picking up late in the piece, but it's Misinformation to win. Misinformation from Seax. White Diamonds to complete the lineup. And they're off. Racing away, it is 7 furlongs in front of them for these juveniles. The Charbonnel Air Walker British EBF Maiden Stakes, and it's Dim Sums who's the first one to begin. Leading from Kestrel maroon and blue colours, close up behind in gold and black is Pure Foy. Then Yarborough in those yellow and purple colours. Not far behind in the royal blue is Olympic Candle. More towards the running rail in pink and light blue is the Ice Phoenix. Blue sleeves with the green jacket is Monkey Island back through, and the big white face of 10 Bob Tony travels in company with Monkey Island. Then a bit wider out Moyassa, who gets a clear look at them there in the yellow silks, and Accumulate is currently second to last. The back marker is Wotton's Jewel as they race up now, about to go through halfway. It is Dim Sums against the running Ralph, and the pushed along Kestrel in second place. Olympic Candle still very much held together. Now just coming under a bit of a drive is Moyassa. Yarborough's next, and then 10 Bob Tony and the Ice Phoenix. Ridden along for a bit more is Pure Foy. Accumulate is trying to find his way through from there as they work inside the final quarter mile. All changed now. Olympic Candle produced to lead under Roisin Murphy. Goes on by a couple of lengths to the ridden along Dim Sums. The Ice Phoenix accumulates now out in the clear and tries to start a bit of a run, but they're inside the final furlong, and it's Olympic Candle who leads with just over 100 yards to go from Accumulate. Then Kestrel and the Ice Phoenix, and Olympic Candle gives Roisin Murphy a double. Olympic Candle the winner from Accumulate in second. The Ice Phoenix may just be in third there from Kestrel, and then 10 Bob Tony. That's and they're off. Pink Ticket was slow to find stride. They break over 1 mile on the round course for the memberships at Ascot EBF Fillies Novice Stakes, and it's the one with experience beforehand, Seaward, and the short price favourite that sets off in the lead under Hector Crouch in those pink and green silks through the end of the opening furlong, with a length and a half advantage to Climate Action, those yellow silks of owners the Gredley family, Ryan Moore on board going along in second position. And then Catch the Light with that noseband on. Roisin Murphy looking for the treble. A little bit wider is Cavriana, the dark blue and pink silks for Sean Levy, and the slow to find stride Pink Ticket is at the back of the 5-strong field under Safi Osborne. They're racing now towards the final 4.5 furlongs. Inside that market, Seaward. Seaward showing out in front to Climate Action in second position. Catch the Light more towards the running rail in third. Cavriana fourth as they start the turn. Nudged along in that final placing is Pink Ticket, and they're running towards the top of the home straight. Inside the final 3 furlongs, and it's Seaward who's trying to make all the running. Seaward rounds the bend for home with a couple of lengths in hand. To the pushed along now, Climate Action. Catch the Light has now been asked for a bit more in third under pressure. Cavriana's one paced in fourth, and then Pink Ticket. Climate Action now tries to go on terms here with Seaward as they head down towards the final furlong. Seaward with a running rail to help. Climate Action though bearing down on this leader toward the outside as they head inside the last, and Seaward's going to have to pull out all the stops here. Climate Action trying hard all the way to the line, but Seaward is going to do enough to get off the mark at the second try, and Seaward will go on to win. Seaward has beaten Climate Action well clear from Catch the Light, who is in turn a mile clear from Pink Ticket and Cavriana. And they're off from the top of the home straight, 1 mile for the LK Bennett Lady Amateur Jockeys Handicap Stakes. in those pink colours. Global Esteem is one of the first ones to show under Serena Brotherton. Towards the right-hand side as we look down the circuit. With the noseband on, Alizwar under Brodie Hampson are now taking closer order and coming through to lead. Ideal Guest under Rosie Margerson, and it's Ideal Guest who goes on. Dark blue sleeves and cap for Flyaway Dream and Poppy Scott. Alizwar more towards the inside at this point. Then came Maplewood and Alice Stevens. From the black and orange for Megan Jordan there for double time, just back through them at the moment, along with one step beyond in blue and red and Madison Wright. Global Esteem, we broke what is now back in that midfield position. Lenny Spirit more toward the inside and Sophie Smith in the blue and grey. Then Shaladar in the beige and dark blue for Olive Nichols. Crystal Casque and Joe Supple are some way towards the back of the field at this stage, and May Song the back marker under Fern O'Brien. They're racing now down towards the final 3 furlongs, and nearly 5 of them in a line. From inside out, Alizwar from Flyaway Dream. Ideal Guest just losing its pitch now. Double time is still right there. Coming into it, Maplewood, but under pressure. Shaladar is trying to stick on. They're heading towards the final furlong and a half. Double time and Megan Jordan. From out wide and Maplewood, the noseband there for Alice Stevens, and then came Flyaway Dream with Poppy Scott. Alizwar ridden along trying to stick on. Crystal Casque is staying on under Joe Supple, but time running out. They're inside the final furlong. It's double time and Megan Jordan, they lead the way. Crystal Casque is flashing home under Joe Supple. Then came Maplewood and Alice Stevens. Double time's all out. Crystal Casque is blasting home, and Crystal Casque under Joe Supple gets up to win, beating double time. Then Shaladar. And racing 7 furlongs in front of them for the £20,000 Class 3 bet with Ascot Classified Stakes. In the yellow colours, Saxon King is the first one to show. More down the centre, more towards the stand side, maroon and white for Kirard, followed through then by Lyndon B. Back towards the centre of the track, Glenfinnan racing quite enthusiastically there. Dark blue sleeves and cap for Oshie Murphy. The turquoise is Sea of Thieves just in behind Glenfinnan. Royal blue and white then for Taffridge, settled just behind the gallop there by Jim Crowley. In the grey and green silks, Out of Shadows is further back. In Coraggio in white and black is the back marker under Tom Quealy. They're racing soon towards halfway, and it's Saxon King and Ryan Moore who tow the field along. From Kirard in second place and Sean Levy. Glenfinnan settled down a bit now in third as they work towards the final 3. Taffridge continues to be held up just in behind those. Then came Lyndon B, Sea of Thieves. Coraggio trying to make a run towards the left-hand side in white and black, and then Out of Shadows. They're racing towards the final quarter mile. Saxon King looking to control the gallop throughout. Glenfinnan moving up with menace now. Kirard ridden for more. Out of Shadows coming into it, and so too Taffridge wider out. They're racing on towards the final furlong. All changed now. Glenfinnan has hit the front. Glenfinnan goes for home from Taffridge, then Saxon King and the running on Out of Shadows, but as they head up towards the line, it's a double here for Andrew Boarding, a treble for Oshie Murphy. Glenfinnan wins, and they're off. Racing 1 mile for the Palmer & Co Champagne Handicap. This £45,000 Class 2. In gold and black, Ouzo is the first one to show, and leads from Major Partnership, that blue jacket, more towards the running rail. They've been tracked in the early pie by Arian Power under Ryan Moore. Another length away to Blue Light Bay to the inside. Charlie Bishop in the red and green. Red and green with a plenty of sheepskin about the face is Days of Our Lives under Stefano Kirky. In front of Man of Eden, the blue and white diamonds there for David Egan. And now Rebbe Had to Be walked to the post. It's dropped out at the back of the field through these opening couple of furlongs. Major Partnership joining issue now with Ouzo as they continue the way up the home straight, with Arian Power close up in third. More towards the running rail is Blue Light Bay, followed by Our Reb, and then Days of Our Lives and Man of Eden, now the back marker, as they're racing towards and inside the final 3.5. Major Partnership joined to the outside again by Ouzo. Right in behind is Arian Power in third. Still held together is Blue Light Bay in fourth, and then Days of Our Lives. Ridden along is Our Reb, and then came Man of Eden, who'll be trying to make his way through. They're racing now down towards the final quarter mile. Ouzo and Major Partnership. Arian Power a little bit wider out the striped sleeves. Then the cheek piece set of Days of Our Lives. Blue Light Bay looking for that gap between horses. Then Man of Eden, who's been ridden for more. Quite a few of the chance inside the final furlong. It's Ouzo just ahead front here from Arian Power. Then Days of Our Lives and Blue Light Bay inside the final 100 yards. Ouzo from the wider out. Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives is coming home strongly. Days of Our Lives and Ouzo. That's it. They're off now. They are racing away. Harry Magnus is very slowly away there from stall number 1 at 7 furlongs for the Sodexo Live Handicap Stakes. Well into stride was Liberty. She went early to post. She's going to tow them along through the end of the opening furlong and has developed a clear lead as well from Boy Browning, those white and red silks. More towards the stand side, running well is Starlight Nation. More down the centre is De Bruyne in the light blue jacket. Followed then through by Meta Horse in that violet silks with the red sheepskin accoutrement. Behind that one is Kim and Kate, and then Gold Marg. Pastiche is next, and then Zouzanna in the red and white. Vanna Pusey in the orange, and the slow to stride out Harry Magnus is the back marker. They're about to go through halfway then. Liberty under Marco Chiani leads clearly at this point. We're just over 3 furlongs to go now from De Bruyne, and then came Boy Browning, Starlight Nation, and they're pushed along Meta Horse. Kim and Kate, the black sleeves and cap, then Gold Marg. Pastiche is trying to move up into it. They head towards the final quarter of a mile. Liberty now joined by Starlight Nation, 2 off the fence. De Bruyne ridden for more is still well there. Boy Browning's under pressure. Kim and Kate is coming. So too Zouzanna deeper out in the red silks. They head down towards the final furlong. It's Starlight Nation pressed by Zouzanna, between them by Kim and Kate, who's really rattling home. Zouzanna, Kim and Kate, Starlight Nation. This trio to fight things out. Zouzanna just edging things now. Zouzanna, 4 on the day for Oisin Murphy.